Hey kiddos, so today, since we finished topic 11 on Friday, I want to take a few days to review adding and subtracting fractions, especially mixed numbers. So in class when we did topic, I think it was 9 and 10, let me just double check. It was when we did topic 10. Some of you had some trouble with the regrouping part of the mixed numbers, adding and subtracting mixed numbers. So I mentioned that we were going to review once we finish topic 11. So this is not new material, it's stuff that we've already done. I just want to take some days to go over it again. That way you have a clearer understanding on this section before we move on to any other new material. So today we're going to focus on adding mixed numbers, and tomorrow we'll focus on subtracting mixed numbers. So if you remember, there are 4 steps that we talked about. The first one is finding the LCD of both your fractions. Since your denominators will be different, we have to find the lowest common denominator. The second step would be to change your fractions by multiplying. Then once you have the denominators the same, you can go ahead and solve by adding. And then at the end, once you have your answer, make sure it's simplified. So we're only going to do a couple together, and then you're going to have a worksheet to solve some problems. Okay, so our first problem is 4, 1 over 2 plus 5, 2 over 5. So notice that our denominators are different. We can't solve until we have the same denominator. So step 1, remember, is find your LCD. And you can do this by finding the multiples. Or, since we've already done these for a while, we already know that the lowest common denominator of 2 and 5, the one that they have in common, would be 10. So by doing the multiples, we would do 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and so on. And then for 5, it's 5, 10, 15, so on. So the lowest common was 10. For step 2, we would get our fractions, 1 over 2 and 2 over 5. And we want our denominators to now equal 10, which is our LCD. So in this fraction, we would have to multiply both the top and the bottom by 5. Okay? Actually, I'll do it this way. And then for the fraction 2 over 5, we would have to multiply it by 2 in order to get 10. So now this fraction becomes 5 over 10, and this fraction becomes 4 over 10. We multiply the 5 here, and we multiply 2 here. So these are our new fractions. Remember, we can ignore the whole numbers for now, and we can add them at the end, just in case we get a mixed number. So here, remember, we add our numerators. 5 plus 4 is 9. Our denominators stay the same. And then we look back at our original problem, and we add our whole numbers to the answer. So we would get a 9 as your whole number. 4 plus 5 is 9. And then the fraction, 9 over 10. Since 9 over 10 doesn't simplify, that's your answer. Okay, let's work on this next problem. So step 1, find your LCD. The LCD of 9 and 6 is 18. The multiples of 9 are 9, 18, 27, so on. And 6 is 6, 12, 18, go on. But the lowest common denominator, or the lowest number that they have in common, is 18. So that means we want our denominator to be 18. So step 2 would be just take your fraction part and multiply to get 18 on the bottom. So from 9 to 18, we would multiply by 2. So the top becomes 4, the bottom becomes 18. For 1 over 6, we would multiply by 3 to get 18 on the bottom, and then the top just becomes 3. So here are our new fractions, and we can add the numerators. 4 plus 3 equals 7, all over 18. Remember, your fraction part does not change. The denominator part does not change, so it stays the same. Then go back to the original problem, add in your whole numbers, 8 plus 1, and then you get 9, 7 over 18. Again, it's simplified already, so we don't need to worry about that. Let's work on this next problem. The LCD of 4 and 3 is 12. Step 2, change your fractions. So we would multiply this one by 3 and get 3 over 12. And then 2 over 3 would multiply by 4 to get 12 on the bottom and 8 on top. So add these and we would get 11 over 12. Add in your whole numbers from the original problem and get 8, 11 over 12. Simplified answer. I do want to go over, for example, let's say you solved your problem. You did steps 1, 2, and 3. And for your answer, you got 11 over 10, and you still have to add in a 3 and a 1, let's say. Let's say those were your whole numbers. Remember that when you have your fraction and your numerator is bigger than your denominator, you have to do long division because we don't want improper fractions. So you would do the in and out. 10 goes into 11 once, which means this is your whole number. You would subtract to get a remainder of 1, and then your denominator. So this new whole number has to be added to the original ones, okay? So you would have the 1 plus a 1 plus a 3. So you would get 5, 1 over 10, okay? And that's only if your answer, so for example over here, let's say this answer looked like this, okay? And you had a bigger number on top. That's when you would do the long division to get a whole number and then add in your original numbers from your problem. I do have a worksheet for you to help you review. You can also look back in your notes for what problems we did during class time. This is topic 10. You can also use your workbook, your textbook, whatever you need to help you remember how to solve. I also gave you guys back your topic 10 quiz, so you can also use that as a review. Remember, this is not nothing new. I just wanted to review because I don't want you to move on to next year without having a full grasp on how to solve adding and subtracting mixed numbers. So today, just focus on the adding part. Tomorrow, I'll upload another video on the subtracting mixed numbers. And then on Wednesday, we'll review on quizzes, how to do both, okay? So leave me a message if you're a little confused, if you need more clarification, and go ahead and upload the worksheet that I put on Google Classroom as your assignment, okay? Talk to you later.